Hello, welcome. Welcome. We're just waiting on a couple of you guys to join us. Thank you guys for stopping by and hanging tight while we settle in to our 4-part mini-series. My name is Keyerra, just waiting just a little bit. And again, I thank you guys for joining me today. I'm actually really excited to be able to do these tutorials with you guys in this way. It's a wonderful opportunity to be able to speak to you guys virtually and to pivot as a makeup artist. My work, because it's been really hard coming to see you guys. You guys miss us and we definitely miss you. But this is a cool way to interact with each other while at the same time maintaining social distance. So super excited to be here with you. Okay, so I'm just gonna introduce myself a bit. My name is Keyerra. I'm an online makeup artist for Blushington. I've been with the company a little over 3 years. I'm thrilled to be here with you guys to share this time with you. Blushington is a beauty lounge with 6 locations in Los Angeles, New York City, and Dallas. We're known for being the premier destination for makeup, skincare, brows, and hair. We do dry styling. And we have a beautiful, expertly curated array of product lines. Predominantly female-founded brands that are both luxurious and also artist approved, totally approved by us. So before we continue, actually, I recommend clicking on the active speaker view option at the right top corner of the Zoom layout. You can also pin my video just so that I'm the primary video for you during the class. Please remember you can post any and all questions in the chat. We have our Blushington guru standing by to make sure your questions come to the forefront and is answered. So that's an excellent thing we have going on. Like I said, while our lounges are temporarily closed, Blushington kind of pivoted from our traditional storefronts to an online program offering one-on-one and group makeup classes with our makeup artists to teach the classes. These classes are a great way for your friends, your families, your colleagues, and likewise to join in together and discuss something new over makeup, over Zoom together, and reconnect over beauty. You can book our classes on Blushington.com's website. You can shop our brands also on Blushington.com's website. Definitely visit the website because we just did a new website launch, and the website is super easy to use, user-friendly, super cute, and definitely fun to shop and browse through. So join us there. You can also book an artist to do a Zoom class for you, whether it's one-on-one or if you want to do a group Zoom class, you can book myself or any of our other makeup experts. You can't go wrong with any one of us. That's a really good thing that we're offering. My name is Keyerra. Again, if you shop Keyerra20 on our website, you will get 20% off of your product. If you shop for $100 or more, then you will get free shipping. So that's a little bit of something to incentivize our conversation today, as well as you joining us at the website. So let me see here. I'm gonna get started. And this is my 4-part series. This is my second Zoom class of my 4-part series. Last week we discussed prepping the skin for a flawless and healthy base. Today I'll demonstrate how to perfect your lip shape so that it best matches your facial structure. The arc of my series is on how to achieve and maintain a glamorous full face application, perfect to withstand heavy lighting, late evenings, and long-term events. Just wanted to say thank you again for joining me on Zoom, and happy Friday. So let's get started. Excuse me if I sound a little like robotic. I'm trying to make sure that I'm getting all of the things that I want to say out. And sometimes when I, look out into the audience, I can be a little bit wondering what you guys are seeing and thinking, and then my mind starts to turn, and I want to make sure that I get all the information to you that I want to convey. So moving on into lips, I don't have my lips done. I do have a light base on, and so this would be like my everyday face going outside. I am a natural makeup kind of person. I don't like, I like the heavy contour, don't get it twisted. I like the heavy contour, I like the bronzer, I like all of those things. At the same time, I kind of want to look fresh, and I don't want to look weighed down by product, and so skincare is actually really important to me. Something that I started out with, I put a little bit on before I got started. It was the Jouer Essential Lip Enhancer. This particular product is one of our favorites. If you've done any tutorial with us, if you know us personally, you know that it's a go-to item, a must-have item for us. It's Low Squeeze Tube from Jouer. This is a plumper. It is a double duty plumper, as it also is good for anti-aging. What it does is it smooths over the lines in a really nice way that also plumps the lip up. Sometimes when I put this on clients, or every time that I put it on a client, they think that I've put on their gloss in terms of a color, because what it does is it helps to also push some of circulate the blood in the lip. So you'll get a little bit of a cute little pout. You don't feel anything though. This is something that you would have no clue has a plumper in it. And has smoothing agents in it. You would never know it. But after we have it on for a while, the response is usually, "You did my lip already?" And I'm like, "Oh, well, I just did the Jouer lip enhancer." We like to do it as a pre-treatment, a precursor to your lip. And yeah, you can definitely wear that by itself. Or you can use it to buddy up with your lip color. So double duty there. I like to start out with it because it gives you a nice base. Once you get to go, once you move on to your lip color, you want your lip to not be dry. A lot of the products today are more mattifying, which is excellent for the wear of the lipstick, but could be very drying on the lip. So you want your lip to have some moisture before you get started. You also want your lip to be smooth and to pick up the color in the way that will lend itself to staying put for a longer amount of time. So that's an excellent way to get started with that. So I put that on. I had already had some on from earlier, but I went ahead and put some more on. For me personally, after I put my lip on, my enhancer on, I usually get into my skin. So I put my lip enhancer on, and then I put my primer on for my face, and then I do my eyes and those types of things. So the product will be working while I'm doing other things. But since I put that on and we're gonna jump right into the lip, I'm just gonna go on top with a little bit of a setting powder. And this particular setting powder, excuse me, is from RMS. It's their loose powder. RMS is an organic brand if you haven't heard of them. Excellent for absorbing oils, excellent for the T-zones, excellent for setting makeup. Just a phenomenal product and a good brand. So I'm gonna take a little bit of that with my beauty blender, I always say that, it's so weird. My blending brush, my eyeshadow blending brush. This is a Bdellium brush, 783, all purpose, on purpose. I'm just gonna go ahead and dab that on, okay? And so I'm gonna let that sit for a second. So while I'm letting that sit, I'm actually gonna share my screen with you guys, and bear with me because I am a little tech challenged, but I wanna talk to you guys a little bit about lip shapes. So hang tight while I share my screen with you. And see how seamless this can be. Share. All right, look at that. Not so bad. It's not so bad. Can you guys see this? Just curious to know. Okay, so gonna move. Good, okay, excellent, excellent. Okay, so we're gonna get into our lip shapes a little bit. Just wanna talk to you just a little bit about lip shapes. Let me make this a little bit bigger, I don't know how. So here we have a couple of different lip shapes. The reason why I wanted to talk to you guys about lip shapes are because I get a lot of clients who will say things to me like, my lips are a little different, or oh my God, I hate my lips. So I just wanted us to have a well-rounded idea about lips and lip shapes. And I want you guys to know that all shapes are normal, all colors are normal, and uneven lips are normal. That's mainly what I need to say, okay? So me in particular, my top lip is thinner than my bottom lip. So I would fall into the category, if we're looking at the picture, with a uneven lip, which is the one at the bottom, and also a turned down lip, which, let me use my mouse, would be this young lady right here. My lip kind of, if you notice, does this kind of a sad face kind of lip. And at the same time, I'm thinner at the top than I am on the bottom. So the upper lip is thinner. So this is where we're at. The upper lip is thinner. They're a little uneven. They're also turned down. So that's what I have going on. When people look at me, they may say, oh my God, your lips are so beautiful. They're so full and blah, 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 blah. And I feel like my lips are beautiful too. You should all feel like your body parts and all the facets in it are beautiful. But these are the things that when I'm thinking about lining my lips, I have to be cognizant of. I do want, my lip to look a little bit more turned up. I do want that top line to be a little bit fuller. I personally like an accentuated Cupid's bow. So I like that to be accentuated. And also because my lips have a tendency to dip on this side. Mind you, I did not know that until these Zooms and videos, but I didn't know that my lip was dipping on this side and then also fuller on this side. That is normal. In terms of what is the ideal lip shape, honestly, if I'm honest, that is dealer's choice. What the ideal lip shape is for you and to you definitely is a personal choice for yourself. The ideal face and eyes and brows would be that, for the makeup artist, that which is symmetrical. So we aim for symmetry. So as long as you have symmetry with your brows, symmetry with either side of the face, with the shape, then aesthetically we would say that is the go-to and go for the most appealing look for yourself. So with these pictures that I have up here, the dotted line shows where you would find the symmetry. So let's start at the top. The lower upper lip is thinner. The lower lip is thinner than the upper lip. And so you would take your line, starting from the inner corner, you would bring it down and around just to enhance the fullness of the lip. Now this would be with a natural shade lip liner, a lip liner that is naturally your complexion, your lip complexion, slightly a tinge darker than your natural lip color. So really quickly, the oval lip shape, you would elongate at the end, at the outer corners of the eye, out the outer corners of the lip, just to make that lip a little bit fuller where it's thinner, to achieve that symmetry. The turned down lip, I'm moving down here, you would take your line. And for me, I think that this is how you should line your lips all the time. You would start, I have my pencil, just gonna mark, you would start on the inside and work your way up. And then that's how you turn up the lip. So then we have the upper lip is thinner than the lower lip. So that again is where you would find fullness. Now, I have people who are like, can you please make my lip overline, overline, overline? That's fine. We can overline as much as we want. We just have to make sure that we're staying within the confines of the inner corners of the lip. You don't want your lip liner to come out this wide, because this will get a little clowny, and that's definitely not the look that anyone, I'm sure, is going for, unless you're a performing girl, and that is fine. Or unless you're on Broadway and we need to see your lips from way, way back, and that's fine too. But definitely start from the inner corners and work your way out as high as you want that, okay? Moving on, the lips that are too thin, you would do that same thing that I just showed you for the top lip. You would also do for the bottom lip. You can go out and up and wide as far as you want, within reason, to your own aesthetic, as long as you're making sure you stay true to the inner corners of the mouth. Don't come out, and that's outside of the inner corners, and then your lip will be a natural, fuller lip. Rule of thumb. Lips that are too small. I'm sorry that it says too small, because there's no such thing as too small. But again, it's that same idea of overlining top and bottom to create that symmetry. Lips that are too big. That's another one. I don't really like the way that sounds, but sometimes people who have fuller lips do want to minimize them a bit. And that's when lining on the inner. This will be overlining. This will be inner lining or underlining the lip. And then for those individuals, it would probably behoove them to maybe take their foundation or concealer and blot around the lip area, just to keep the color on the inside of the lip and not to the outskirts of the natural lip line of it. That's how you kind of reshape your line. Okay. Sharp lip contour. Now this is for me because I like a strong Cupid's bow. So for me, the Cupid's bow and the angle of the lip, super important. I like to start in the middle for that and then work my way out. again, with symmetry. That's the whole idea here. The same thing I do to the top, I do to the bottom, concentrating. This is actually my go-to lip. Concentrating here on the bottom and then connecting those lines going to the side. And then finally, we have the uneven lip. So I always start with my uneven side first. So me starting with my uneven side, I start up here, inside, and then I hump around. After I do that, I'll fill this in just to make sure that I have them both equal, and then I'll go into this side because, like I said earlier, if this side is your thinner side, then the bottom opposite end would probably be your fuller side. That's just how we kind of are in our development. So those are some normal things, and I just wanted to give you a quick idea of different shapes and the normalcies of them, with the idea of achieving symmetry as the goal when talking about your lip liner, when talking about your face shape, when talking about the makeup application that you want to put on. You're trying to achieve symmetry. So I'm gonna stop sharing this here. And then I am going to now get into the demo. Really quickly though, I'm going to share another picture in terms of this demo. Here we go. Okay, make this bigger. Okay, so looking at the picture, she has lined her lip with a neutral shade. So my neutral shade that I have today is going to be Contour. Contour Blushington carries. It's by Julie Hewitt. It's a phenomenal brand, but this is a phenomenal pencil because it's a lead pencil. I love lead pencils. Like, they're my go-to special. Because you can control when you sharpen it, how much you sharpen it, and how long you have your product. So this is a lead pencil, and this is, for me, a natural shade with a little bit more pigment. So I'm gonna use that. What she has done here is, this is the natural kind of contouring of the lip. What she's done here, she's taken her concealer shade after she's lined her lips, and her concealer shade appears to be lighter than her own complexion, but it's actually not. It's just concentrated in the places that she put it in. And what that does is it helps to accentuate the line around the lip, helping the lip to look and appear fuller, and also giving shine to that lip line that she created. So we're gonna go ahead and let me get out of this because I don't want to be distracting. Stop sharing, and we're going to get into it. Hopefully you guys can follow along. I don't know if you guys have your makeup pencils and applicators, but this is the time for that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my contour pencil, and like I discussed with my lip shape, I like a defined line. So I like to pinpoint down here first. I'm going to get it nice and dark so you guys can see it. So I start there, then I immediately go to the Cupid's bow. And I'm just drawing an X. That's important. Again, I have multiple things going on with my lip, so I'm addressing multiple things. So I like a sharper Cupid's bow. I like a fuller top lip because it's a thinner lip, and I like to even out one side than the other. So now I've marked my territory on my bottom lip. I've done my X on my Cupid's bow, and now I'm going into addressing that side of my lip which is thinner than the other. Again, take a look. So starting on the inside, I'm coming up, coming up. This is where I'm hitting my point where I am outside of the line, and I'm going back in. I wonder if you guys can see that. Can you see that? So reinforcing that a little bit inside. Maybe I'll do it like this. This might be better. Inside, coming up. This is where the dip, where I need my lip to be fuller. So this is where I'm drawing outside of the lip. And now just take a quick look at the lip from one side to the other. Do you see the difference? And I didn't even line this side yet. So let me just continue on. Now I'm gonna go in here and just connect. I don't have to overline on this side. I can follow the natural shape of my lip, but I'm connecting it into my crisscross for the Cupid's bow. I no longer have to hook for that because I've done a crisscross. It kind of takes the guesswork out of the rounder parts of the Cupid's bow. And now I'm gonna go into this side. And now lastly, I'm gonna go into this side, connecting my mark. You see that? So I've created a new line for myself. Now just gonna go into what the young lady did in the picture, because a lot of us artists love to clean up around the lip, and we do like to, when we're doing you guys' makeup, we like to accentuate that line, and this is basically how we do it. So I've grabbed natural concealer, like the texture. It's a concealer, but it doesn't crease. It actually smooths over the skin really nicely. I'll show it to you on the back of my hand. Smooths really nicely. And I'm using a concealer brush for this particular point. This is Bedelian Tools in 936. So it's the flathead. I'm gonna take that, I'm gonna lay down here, and I'm just gonna clean up the outskirts of the lip. Just here and here. See that? It automatically kind of changes the shape and size of the lip, because I want this to be a little bit even, more even. And I'm gonna go into here. That made it crispier. And we're gonna do the same on the other side. And I don't really go into the Cupid's bow with concealer, because I feel like I don't want the shape of my lips is fine the way it is, and I don't have one of those wider Cupid's bows anyway. I feel like when you put concealer on this particular part where your Cupid's bow is, it pushes the skin forward in appearance, and if your skin is already little and narrow, I might be taking away from the natural lip line. So I kind of stay out the Cupid's bow, but for Zoom class purposes, just gonna go in and I'm just going to sculpt out that V. Almost gives me the appearance of like a natural kind of nude. I'm gonna just blend that in. And it's the same color of my skin, so it's not stark and it doesn't look unnatural. That's actually a go-to for concealers. So that's like perfecting my own natural pout without adding too much color. I could go back on with my essential lip enhancer, and this can be my lip. For today, our class on lips, I'm gonna go back into with my contour pencil, and I'm gonna completely fill in the lip, because this is what I like to do. Even when I'm doing clients, I fill the lip in completely with the lip line, because I feel like it accentuates, I don't feel like, it is the case. When you fill in your lip with the lip liner, you are creating a base for your lip color to go on top of, so that as you wear your lip color for the day, you're not gonna lose the pigment of your color. It's going to keep redistributing if you press the lip. Like, it may fade a little bit, but it won't ever disappear on you. How many times have we seen those lips where you start drinking a little bit of wine or water even, and now it gets a little pink in here and you're just left with the rim? Who wants that? It looks crazy. So for this, I fill it in all the way. And now I have pigment that I can play with. Maybe I want to just go out like this. This is actually my favorite lip color. It's like taupey, a taupey kind of nude. But today, I'm going on top with my Nude Envy. So Nude Envy is a phenomenal brand. They do nudes of all shades. They have nudie pink, they have nudie mauves, they have nudie peaches, and nudie browns. This particular nude is called Intuition. I wish that the color could read. Oh, it does. It reads really well. It reads well. It's kind of mauve-y, you know, and it gives you a little bit of moisture. It's like a matte satin. So I'm gonna go directly onto the lip with this. And because I've created a base, a really nice base, I don't have to be so strategic in how I'm placing my lip color. Starting in the middle, I can do that and work my way on around. And pressing in between just works that color in. And ensures that you don't have to use so much color. Look at that. I like that. It's very cute. So this color is phenomenal. It glides on really nicely, as you can see. It gives you a nice little shine. It's like the perfect, you can play it up or play it down. I like this. It's really pretty. Can you see? So this would be like my nude lip for the day. And as it wears, I'll just, throughout the day, very cutely, and it will redistribute the color. And so when I start to reapply, I only have to do light touch-ups. I won't have to worry about my lip is disappearing in the inner corners, or my lip is sliding all over the place, because I prepared properly. A little tip is, once you're done with your lipstick, you can go, again, I'm using the RMS loose powder. You can go into your powder. I emptied some out into my top, my lip brush. You can take setting powder and just go right around where you lined with your concealer. This will help to pick up any pigment that may have gotten out of the line, and it also sets that area so that you won't lose pigment going into the lines, crawling into the fine lines, or moving across the lip. So this is just like an added measure to keep the lip intact for the day. And so that is the perfect pout. with a nude lip. So I had planned, we're actually at 8:41, and so we're out of time. But I had planned on doing a red lip for you guys. So if I can really, really quickly turn this lip up a notch. Only thing I'm gonna do is blot, taking the moisture out. And getting something clean so that I don't. So I took the moisture out. Do you see that? Still have the color. So I'm using that as a base for my red. I wanted to do 2 lip colors. I was gonna do a every day, which I just did, and then I was gonna turn it up. So I'm gonna turn it up really quickly. It's 8:42, I'm gonna turn it up really quickly for you guys. This is Keyerra and Fiery. This is their Stay All Day. These are my favorite, they're my favorite, they're my favorite. They come with a cloth foot. This one is our little set. If you go online, you can check it out. Comes with 3 colors. I forget the name of it, but this color in particular, Fiery. It's one of our favorites. It's our must-have red. We put it on everyone. Looks phenomenal. Equal shades of cherry as well as cool tones. So it works for everyone. Okay, as quick as I can. Starting in the middle, there's a lot of pigment. So you have to be careful in terms of, don't just try to line your lip with it. Start in the middle and work your way. What I like about this is because of the applicator, you can manipulate. I'm going to do my cross for you with essentially the cross. And then I connect. And I connect. And then I connect the bottom. Connecting the bottom. Staying on the inside. And look how quick. So the reason why I did it that way anyway is because the plan was to build up. When I'm doing makeup looks, especially for long-term events, it's a buildup of lips. See how that's drying down? It's just drying into the perfect matte. And I will contour and line a lip with a neutral shade under a red lip to create a base and also a guideline for the lip line. What I like to do afterwards is then get my red pencil to define the shape of the lip. This is Rubus, also by Julie Hewitt. So now that I've gotten that and it's dried down, I'm just gonna go into the confines of the lip structure that I already created, and I'm kind of just reinforcing the line. Coming up here to that area of concern, not a problem, but concern, and filling that out, connecting it to my X, just like that, like slow motion. Isn't it beautiful? I love this lip. So 8:45. I kept you guys 15 minutes longer than I wanted to keep you guys. I hope you enjoyed that. I enjoyed creating this. Quick tip. Red lips always make the teeth look whiter. And if you want to make sure that you're not gonna get any on your teeth, you kinda, and then and when it dries, it really dries. So you gotta be careful. But you just do like that, and then you don't have to worry that it's gonna retouch. Once it dries down. And again, redistributes the color, you'll be good all night. So join me next week. We're gonna be doing it again. next week I'm actually going to do a full-on glam look. I'll probably do a red lip and more contour and a nice cute smoky eye. So join me next week. Next week, if I'm not mistaken, classes will be on Saturday at 7 p.m. If I'm not mistaken, we will send you guys invites so you can join. The classes are free. Tell your friends. You guys should register and let's make it a little group night thing. If we're not doing anything, let's join together and have some fun with makeup. Also, check out Blushington.com, shop Blushington.com, get the things that I used today, and also other things. 20% off with Keyerra 20, shipping free on orders 100 or more. And that's tonight's class. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next week. Thank you. Bye, y'all.